Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're watching this, you might have just lost someone very dear to you. First off, I am so incredibly sorry for your loss. I know this is a really heavy time. You know, it's a time when literally the last thing you want to think about is endless paperwork or dealing with government agencies. But please, take a deep breath for me. You absolutely do not have to figure this out alone, because we're going to navigate this battle plan together, step by simple step. We're keeping things plain, easy, and right to the point, so you can secure your future.
Okay, let's dive right in. We've got a clear, 6-part roadmap to help you secure your survivor benefits without feeling totally overwhelmed. We'll cover your VA benefits eligibility, Step 1, intent to file, Step 2, gather your records, Step 3, the application, Step 4, burial allowances, and finally, your complete battle plan summary. Let's get to it.
Starting off with Section 1, your VA benefits eligibility and understanding your protections. You know, a huge fear for so many military families is wondering if a sudden event changes everything. Like, what if your husband passed away from a sudden heart attack instead of a service-connected condition like PTSD? Families often panic, right? They think this sudden shift disqualifies them from getting help. They worry that years of struggle might literally be erased by one unforeseen event. But take a breath. The truth is, the exact cause of death doesn't always matter, and I'm going to show you exactly why.
So the magic number here is 10. If your veteran held a total 100% rating for at least 10 years before passing, your eligibility for benefits is completely protected. That 10 years, it builds an absolute wall around your benefits. So even if their passing was a sudden heart attack or a totally unrelated illness, your benefits are safe. Your spouse put in the time, and that decade of 100% rating guarantees the VA will honor their commitment to you. No question about it.
Now, you're definitely going to hear the VA use the letters DIC. That stands for Dependency and Indemnity Compensation. But let's skip the confusing government jargon, okay? Simply put, this just means monthly VA survivor benefits. That's it. It's tax-free monthly money meant to support you, and you are entirely entitled to it. It's literally your financial safety net, earned through your family sacrifice.
So, here's our simple 4-step battle plan to claim those monthly benefits efficiently. We start with an intent to file. Then we gather your records, apply for the DIC, and finally apply for burial allowances. Taking this just one step at a time makes a massive mountain of paperwork feel like a small, manageable walk.
All right, let's move right into Step 1, intent to file, and see how to protect your back pay today.
Listen, waiting until you have all your papers perfectly organized can cost you dearly. You could literally miss out on months of money while you search for old records in boxes or, wait on hold with different offices. But if you tell the VA today that you intend to file, you lock in your start date and protect your back pay immediately. It stops the clock and puts you completely in control of the situation. To do this, you just submit VA Form 21-9066. Submitting this single form sets your date in stone. It buys you a full year of breathing room. A year to find your documents, grieve with your family, and fill out the long applications without feeling rushed. And all the while, it makes absolutely sure your monthly benefits are backdated right to this very moment. Honestly, it's the absolute best thing you can do for yourself today.
Okay, now we reach Step 2, gather your records. We'll focus on the 4 essential documents you need.
So, with your start date safely protected, you can take your time gathering these records. You really only need 4 basic items. First up, your loved one's death certificate. Now, please check this closely to ensure it correctly lists his marital status as married to you. If it doesn't, it can cause some really frustrating delays, and we don't want that. Second, you'll need your marriage certificate. Third, his DD Form 214 discharge papers. And finally, the VA letter showing his 100% rating for the past 10 or more years. And hey, don't worry if you can't find that last letter right away. The VA actually already has it in their system, but having it on hand just speeds things up a bit.
Next up is Step 3, the application, where we officially claim your monthly benefits.
For this step, you're going to use VA Form 21P534EZ. It is a longer form, I won't lie to you, so just take it one page at a time. Grab a cup of coffee, sit at the kitchen table, and just go line by line. The absolute most important tip I can give you here is to make sure you check the box for DIC at the very top of the page. That tells the VA exactly what you're asking for right out of the gate, so there is zero confusion.
Finally, we arrive at Step 4, burial allowances. This is about getting financial help for funeral costs. Look, funerals are incredibly expensive. But your spouse's service means you are entitled to financial assistance to help cover those expenses. This request uses VA Form 21P530. And here's a really great time-saving trick for you. You don't actually have to wait to send this in separately. You can mail this form at the exact same time as your main application from Step 3. Sending them together just helps speed up the whole process for everyone.
All right, let's wrap this up with your complete battle plan summary. It's a simple checklist for success. Here are your simple marching orders. First, file your intent using Form 0966 to protect your money today. Second, tackle the main application using Form 543EZ. And third, request your burial costs using Form 530. Actually, feel free to pause the explainer right now and just take a picture of the screen with your phone. Having this simple list saved right in your photos is going to be a huge relief when you sit down to start making calls or organizing your paperwork.
I know paperwork is literally the last thing you want to deal with right now, but your spouse served proudly. They spent years dealing with their service-connected conditions to earn these exact protections for you. It is your absolute right to have them. So my question to you is, what small step will you take today to claim them? I highly recommend starting with that simple intent to file. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and again, my deepest condolences to you and your family. Take care.